Hello everyone, this is Goatee on the Pixel Perfect channel, and today I will be making a tier list for every turret in the Tower Factory Early Access, the patch 020, and yeah, I will be making two tier lists in this video and one in the next one for beginner turrets and advanced players turrets, because everybody is on different level, and depending on if you are just starting the journey or if you played a lot already, each turret has a different, let's say, value. So yeah, let's jump right into it. First of all, the Acorn Cannon. The Acorn Cannon is really good. It's the most efficient turret resource-wise. So I would put it in like S or A tier, but a lot of players actually don't know that you can sell towers, so it's really hard to judge. But the Acorn Cannons, you should not buy Acorn Cannons ever. It's like Acorn Cannons are really... they take one space for your turrets, so if you build one Acorn Cannon, you got to remember that you can sell it later. So I would rate it around S or A tier, but since the players don't usually sell them and want to invest into them and just upgrade them, I would put them around C or D tier. The second upgrade, yeah, that's just very situational. Sometimes you don't have resources for anything else, but you should not ever invest in low DPS towers like Acorn Cannons. They don't do anything, they don't specialize at anything. Just work at your... just get some wooden planks, get something better. Alright, the Slowing Cannon. Slowing Cannon is actually quite high because it is very situational, because it can help. It doesn't really help on the early levels, but like level 4, the Wanderer's Glade, it can help by slowing down the rats. So it can be very useful because it applies like 5 stacks of slow. So if you build a couple of them, couple Acorn Cannons, and you target like health and shields, or like just shields, or the fastest enemy, or the first enemy, it can really help. So I would put it in the solid like B or a C tier, maybe like a C tier, B tier, let's say. Alright, Ballista. Ballista is really good for just beginners when you don't have anything else unlocked. It's like A tier, solid, maybe even S tier, because you don't really have the rockets or the flying cannons once you begin, so it is your only entire. So I would say it is around S or A tier, but once you get the rockets or the flying cannons, it is just the most useless tower you ever build, because it is focused on getting the armor out of the enemies. But the problem with the Ballista is that it has a DPS similar to the Catapult, but the Catapult costs a lot more, but it does similar DPS, damage per second, but it does splash damage, so it can hit like 3 or 4 targets at the same time, so it is a really good form of splash damage. But for that reason, I would put Ballista, like, in my honest opinion, you should not invest in the towers if you plan to sell them later on. So it can be really good on like level 1 or level 2, but it is so bad. Yeah, I would put it in the D tier. The upgraded version of the Ballista It is kinda good, but I would not say it's like amazing in any way. It is of course the better version, the incendiary. No, it's explosive ballista, right? I'll put it higher than this upgrade of the ballista, the first upgrade, but it's not that really good, and it's very bad without incendiary catapults or any burn. Yeah, I mean you should not really use that. It is very good to deal if you have to deal with the skeletons that have very high armor. So it is very dependent, but yeah, I don't think that you should invest into that a lot. Bombards are really hard to get because they do require iron, so for the new players it can be really overwhelming. So I would not put it as high, but it is very good at dealing with like a lot of armor, like skeletons or the ogres. So I would put it around B tier, because I would put it higher, but it requires iron and some players might struggle with that. But you do get the iron plates from the chests that are around the map, if you're lucky, of course. So I'll put it around the B tier. The better version of the Bombard, I will put it in the... I would put basically everything that requires advanced resources to the very low tiers, because it is just too hard to get for the new players to get into the like advanced resources, like the workshop or anything like that. I would make the argument for the basic towers because they do not require workshops, so they are quite easier to get. But yeah, the advanced upgrades are not really that good. The Buzzsaw Thrower is really good. It is the easiest tier 2 tower to get, since you are only required to get some iron and stone bricks and wooden stakes. So it is quite really good. It is made to deal with the high HP targets, like the green salamanders. So it is very good. It is not as expensive as other turrets. So yeah, I think that if you manage to get the iron, then yeah, it is very good. Also a reminder that you can get a coal from the wood. You can rally the wood to the furnace, and in the furnace you got the recipe for the coal, so you don't need to find the coal to actually get the iron. So yeah, the first upgrade to the Buzzsaw Thrower, it is quite good, but it is so expensive. I would not bother with anything of that. So yeah, the Catapult is solid S tier. It's just, it does everything what Ballista does except shooting the air, but it is the best turret to deal with shields from the not shield but armor from the tier 1. It is really good. You can get it pretty quickly. You can shoot a couple targets at the same time, so if you have like at the time where one crowd comes by, then Catapults shoots around the same amount of targets as a Ballista, and it is way more expensive, but once 4 crabs come in the way, then the amount of armor you can deal with just one Catapult is insane. For the same reason, I would put every other Catapult here, but Those catapults are really good, but you can swap to Bombards later on, because Bombards are really good, so I would say that just it takes so much stone to get the incendiary catapult and so much stone to get the explosive ballista that it can't be in the S tier, and no way. It costs too much stone. I would put it actually way lower. The incendiary ones cost too much stone. There is no way you're getting the full build with tier 1. Electroballs are quite good, but not really. They are really good at getting to deal with the enemies with the shields, like mages, wizards, but yeah, they are not that good, let's say. They attack one enemy only, and yeah. This first upgrade and second upgrade for the Electroballs is not that good. I would not recommend it. It's way too hard to get. I don't think that anyone would actually get it, but if you would get it, it's, I would say, around B tier. So I could argue that both of the upgrades could be here, but if you only can get it, but it just costs so much. There are better towers to get it. The flying cannon is a solid S tier. Like, it's just bread and butter, maybe A tier. It's just so amazing that you can build basically so quickly. It costs around, like, I don't know, 40 wood and 50 stone or something like that. It's so easy to get. You can get like 5 or 6 of them and you can like kill basically anything. Same goes for the upgrades. They are really good. Once one of them deals 50% more damage, the other one deals twice the damage, but only to targets below 50% HP, so I will split them in half. Half of them precise flying cannons and half of them lethal flying cannons. And now, that is the most OP turret in the game, that deals with mages with the shields extremely well. Electroballs are better than hammers in dealing with a single wizards, so it can buy you like 1 or 2 days more than the hammer, but hammers do splash damage. And once you build the hammer, it is extremely good. I would put it in the S tier, but it is hard to get. It is extremely hard to get. So I would put it around B or around B tier, because it's extremely hard to get. With the tier 2, you got to find the iron. Yeah, it's not, could be better. The tower quakes are the upgrade for the hammers, is not the most broken thing in this patch. So yeah, I would put it higher than the hammers, but it's still so hard to get. You need the advanced resources from the workshop, so I would put it in the E tier, since if you can get it, then it's S+, but I would not. If you are just taking the journey, it's not something you should worry about. That you should not get that. This upgrade only works with the second upgrade from the Bombard, so actually they both could be in here, because this is the most broken tower combo in the game, but it's too hard to get. It costs so many tier 3 resources that you should not bother. Alright, the hidden spikes. This is the best thing that you can get to deal with health. You basically can get like 7 or 9 of them. They cost a lot of wood, because 150 wood is a lot. But during your 7 days or something, 3 of those are like 20 times better than Acorn Cannons. Like one of them is like, I don't know, 10 or 15 Acorn Cannons, so it's basically S tier. It's the best thing that you can build against health, so it should be at the end of your track, because the Catapults should deal with the armor, the Electroballs should deal with the shields, and this thing should only attack the health targets. But yeah, it's amazing. I'm even thinking of putting in the S tier. Yeah, it's really underrated. It should be used more often, and of course don't use it ever when the path splits, because then you only do the 50% damage. The upgrades are really good too, but yeah, there are better ways, like the hammer or something, but it's to get like basic health options. It's really good. Power crystals are insane. It basically, with the combination with the Catapults and hidden spikes, it's basically the bread and butter. If you manage to get the power crystal, you can kill any target that has a high amount of HP, shields, like armor, the green big guys, the skeletons, the ogres, the serpents on the level 3 and level 4. They are so good at dealing with singular enemies that are very hard to kill, but they do cost advanced resources. So I would put it around like a C tier maybe, because they are on the level of broken towers, but they are really hard to get. So it is, of course, a lot better than the Electroballs upgrade. So yeah, I would say around C tier, because they are hard to get. That is something that you should never worry about, because those are the upgrades for the power crystals, and they cost so much that even advanced players might struggle to get them. Like a lot of them, they are really amazing, but they are too hard to get, in my opinion. Resin Barrel is a solid S+ tier. It's so broken, you can delay your nights by a couple of minutes and you can mine the resources while this guy shoots at the most behind enemy. It can buy you so much time. It can buy you time by targeting the most powerful enemy, and so your death zone of 20 turrets can focus on the most powerful enemies, or you can slow down the rats on the level 4. It is just so good of a turret that it's actually insane. Or even slowing the enemies with this upgrade with the resin pool. It is quite good, but it doesn't target area units, so it is kinda worse. It is kinda worse. It is very situational, so I would put it in the B tier. And this is the most useless thing I ever heard. It does the damage of an Acorn Cannon, and it costs so much resources. It's basically the Resin Barrel, but it does 15 damage. It is such a joke. I never seen anything like that. That's incredible turret. I don't know why would anyone buy that, but if you lost the game because you lacked that 45 damage to the enemy, then I shall not bother. The rockets are the best thing to get for an entire, but they do cost iron too. They do cost iron rods, and they do cost reinforced planks. So I would put it very high, but knowing that you got to get advanced resources for that, then it lands around the B tier. I would put it like that maybe, with the Bombards right here and the Electroballs. Yeah, I would say Electroballs are not needed for the first 2 levels because there are no enemies with shields. So yeah, I would put actually Bombards way higher. Bombards are really good at dealing with the enemies at level 1 and 2. Those pesky, tanky skeletons. Yeah, that's it. That is the most broken turret in the game. It is the best turret in the game, but it does cost a lot. So even though, yeah, no, people will not get it. Also, same thing goes for the second upgrade. So yeah, that is that. I hope that you got something from me from this video. I think it's an honest try at ranking those turrets based on how much they cost and when are they useful, when to build them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see something, then let me know let me know in the comments down below. And subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss any future videos. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.